If you've been watching my reels for a while, you might remember this.
Hello!
Last year, my son asked me to make a special reel for Halloween, and, well, he's nothing if not consistent. He asked me to do it again this year, but to mix it up just a little bit, this time, I'm going to share with you some fun facts about your favorite Halloween movies. The trolls in the Halloween classic Ernest Scared Stupid were created by celebrated filmmakers Stephen, Edward, and Charles Chiodo. The Chiodo brothers took some of the puppets that they made for their previous hit, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and repainted and repurposed them for the Ernest movie. They had considered reusing their puppet of Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but as any child of the 80s can tell you, that is entirely too scary for Halloween. Sarah Jessica Parker, who plays the youngest Sanderson sister in Disney's Halloween classic Hocus Pocus, discovered later that she's a real-life descendant of a woman who was accused of witchcraft in the actual Salem witch trials. This explains the previously confusing passage in Arthur Miller's The Crucible, in which one of the accused starts writing a newspaper column and trash-talking Kim Cattrall. Everyone knows that Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was an attempt to turn the Halloween franchise into an anthology series instead of having every movie be about Michael Myers. The financial failure of this film, however, secured Michael's spot as the star of the series ever after. Season of the Witch would have been followed by movies such as Tenderizing of the Mummy, Fricasseeing of the Vampire, and of course, Frankenstein's monster served with orange sauce and a nice Chablis. Like many of the early Peanuts TV specials, It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown had several scenes that were either edited out or shortened to make room for more commercials after the initial airing. Some of these scenes, such as Lucy asking for extra candy for her brother Linus, were restored when the special was released on home video or streaming. Other scenes, such as the one where Lucy pulled the football away from Charlie Brown one too many times and he snapped and went after her with a meat cleaver, remain lost to posterity. You're familiar with the Rankin and Bass Christmas classic specials, but not everybody is aware of their Halloween feature-length film, Mad Monster Party, which was a send-up of my personal favorite, the Universal Monsters. Several of the monsters were already in the public domain, so there was no problem using Dracula, the Frankenstein monster, or werewolves. However, King Kong was and remains a trademarked character. So when Rankin and Bass decided to put a giant gorilla in the movie, they just called it It. This, of course, would later inspire Stephen King to create one of his greatest villains, Kiefer Sutherland. Michael Dougherty's anthology film Trick or Treat has become a Halloween staple, despite never getting a theatrical release and getting dumped straight to DVD when it was released in 2007. What you may never have noticed about the movie is that none of the candy that's eaten in the movie is an actual real brand. They're all fictitious brands of candy. That's because a lot of the candy in the movie turns out to be poisoned or have razor blades in it or something like that, and real-life candy brands did not want to be associated with the movie. If only Amazon Prime had thought about the potential downside to product placement, we may all have been spared the remake of War of the Worlds.
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Tell us in the comments. And then, head to Amazon, pick up a book like this one.